So many of you that are watching this video probably don't know this about me, but I have a passion for learning languages. So I really am just kind of immersed in the entire process and really want to learn multiple languages throughout my life. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been almost a year since I've said that very statement. And I'm really excited to be sharing this video with you as pretty much my first video back. Today I'm going to be talking about my language goals for 2021. So what are the languages that I want to learn or focus on for the year 2021? Obviously I'm going to keep German as one of my languages for the new year, but I'm also going to be focusing on French, and I'm also going to be introducing an entirely new language to me, which is Arabic. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the three of these in the course of this video. I actually am a bit more scatterbrained in German because it is the first language that I tried to start studying on my own, and so with that you kind of have a lot of trial and error and okay, I'll use this notebook for this, I'll do this and here, and then you kind of, you know, find things all over the place. So I have a few places I keep my German learning materials. So I have three main notebooks, and of course I'm going to do other videos that are more specific to each language throughout the year, talking about my schedule and showing you more in depth with my notebooks and stuff like that, but I figured I'd kind of just give you an overview of the materials I've been using currently. So I have these three notebooks for German. This black one, I'm actually going to be, this has kind of been like my catch-all notebook with like daily tasks and things like that. But I actually want to transform this notebook into a grammar review. So I have actually a grammar workbook that I've been working through, and I've actually really liked this one. This is Complete German Grammar. It has like 25 chapters, something like that, a ton of exercises, and it's a really comprehensive book. And I've been actually really enjoying going through it, and I, of course write things down and highlight things in here, but I think that it's helpful to kind of solidify all of that in my brain by going back through and writing just like a quick SparkNotes version of what each chapter was about and things that I really like to remember. So, and then as I mentioned, I have two other notebooks here. So I have these two small pink ones. This one has also kind of been a catch-all notebook, but I want to do a couple things with it. First, I've been writing a list of the top 500 or the 500 most common words in German, and so I write the definition, and then I color code them depending on what part of speech they are, like a preposition, verb, adjective, noun. And also in here I have in the back, because I exchange WhatsApp messages with one of my friends who speaks German, and I have been just transcribing all of our messages. So I can go back and I can get listening practice, I can hear him talk, and then I can actually hear myself speak again, and I can write down what both of us said, and that's just a bit of comprehension, of listening comprehension for me, which is really helpful. This last notebook, I actually want to dedicate to German journaling. Right now I've just been kind of keeping it for like italki notes, which I'll get into that in maybe this video, maybe in a different one with specific resources that I use for language learning, but I really want to make this a specific German journaling notebook so I can practice things I learn with grammar and new vocabulary once a week. Next language I mentioned was French. French I studied for 9 years. I guess in kindergarten you don't really study a language, you kind of just like learn and acquire, but I learned it through my grade school, and unfortunately my program, as you kind of got to the higher grades, like 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, wasn't really a great program, and so I lost a lot of the French that I was learning whenever I was really little, and people would just talk to me and I would kind of just soak it up like a sponge. But I want to shift my focus back to French because I actually think I have an upcoming opportunity in the new year that might require me to draw on some of my French knowledge, and it is really dusty, so I really have to work a bit to refine that. So I ordered these notebooks. I actually have 3 of them. They are not all going to be for French, but these are just really plain notebooks. They're small. They're pretty much like the size of this moleskin, which I really like because they're really portable, and I don't know, I just feel a bit better that they're smaller and not like a huge notebook. But what I really like about these is that they have graph paper on the inside. So I don't know if you can see this, if it's focusing. But with French, I really want to dedicate a bit more time in the beginning of the year. So in my language learning, I am wanting to split up my learning by the quarters of the year. So in the first 3 months, my main focus is going to be French, and in the next it's probably going to be German and then Arabic. Obviously, I want to keep up with my German while I'm learning French, so it will kind of be on like, you know, doing a couple lessons, reviewing grammar, really solidifying things I've already learned, while I really dive into French. So with these notebooks, what I want to do is actually split them in half and dedicate half the notebook to grammar and lessons, just ways that the language is built. And in the back, I want to dedicate the back half to journaling, just like I'm going to do in German, so I can really have all those things in one place, and I can just take a bit of time each week, write something down, and I'll be able to see the progression of my French pretty quickly through that. So really, really excited about French and about these notebooks. So that is what I'm planning to do there. The last language is Arabic, which I mentioned in the beginning of this video. And I am so excited to learn Arabic for a number of reasons. First of all, I know it's an extremely challenging language for English learners. It actually kind of excites me because I think there's so much to learn, and it's such a new language and a new way of thinking, and even with their writing system. So those things really excite me about the language. With my career aspirations and kind of where I want to go futuristically, I see Arabic as a really important language in that, because I see my work as being public health related with a global health focus, and so I think that Arabic would be a really important language to have in that, as well as French and German, not so much, but yeah. So with Arabic, one of the most exciting things that I have to kind of determine in the next couple of months, and hopefully with your help, is what dialect I should learn for Arabic. And right now I'm between Egyptian and Levantine Arabic, and I am leaning towards Levantine just because it's spoken in more of the regions that I see myself using it for. But I want to know if any of you watching have any comments or any things that I should think about whenever I'm choosing an Arabic dialect. So I also have notebooks, the same brown notebooks that you just saw. I want to use at least one of these for Arabic. Again, I'm really, really excited about the graph paper, especially because I can practice the new Arabic alphabet with it. So the Arabic things are a bit unclear in my mind. The plans are still a bit vague. I really want to give myself time to dive into French and just work on solidifying my German first. With Arabic, my goals are to learn the alphabet, learn how to learn the writing system, how to connect letters, how words are formed, and things like simple greetings and simple pronunciation stuff. So with Arabic, I don't have too many major plans for the year, but I definitely want to start dipping my toes into it. I think it is an absolutely beautiful language, and I'm really just interested in it, and interested in being able to speak and communicate with people who also speak Arabic. So those are my 3 languages that I want to focus on in the new year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys are planning on learning a new language for 2021. I'm really, really curious. I always love to know what languages people are learning. I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!